In order to do a 5-minute buff on a class with PallyPower, you first need to assign a 15-minute buff. You can see here that I've assigned Salvation to these warriors here. If you left click Salvation, you'll see that these warriors both will have Greater Blessing of Salvation. If you want to assign a 5-minute buff to them, you can scroll down on each individual class, and then you'll see there's a new buff icon. And if you right click, you'll see that that warrior gets a 5-minute version of the buff, while the other one remains a 15-minute buff. This becomes a problem when you have a warrior assigned as a main tank, because they get locked into having a certain buff. In order to change that, you can open up your PallyPower settings by going to Options, going to Raid, and removing this auto buff main tank. So you can see now I can apply Blessing of Salvation to both my warriors and choose another one, choose a separate 5-minute buff to replace that main tank's Blessing of Salvation. Another important setting to have for PallyPower is, if you go to your options, go to the main setting, is to allow yourself to cast Salve in combat by enabling this. With that, you should be able to cast Salvation on warriors without having it on the main tanks, and also be able to do it in combat.